before the video starts, I just want to shout out my podcasting channel, Apex to Oval. It's hosted by me and my best friend Jack, where we talk about motorsports, the biggest motorsports stories from the past week. Some that you might have missed, some that you might have known. We also talk about race recaps. We talk about many other things. So check it out. Link will be in the description below. Hello, welcome. Make sure I'm recording. Welcome to my channel, Alex Motorsports. Today we're going to be talking about the Spanish Grand Prix qualifying session. So, just to put it all out there, P20, Yuki Tsunoda. P19, Franco Colapinto. P18, Carlos Sainz. P17, Esteban Ocon. P16, Nico Hulkenberg. P15, Ollie Behrman. P14, Lance Stroll. P13, Liam Lawson. P12, Gabriel Bortoleto. P11, Alex Albon. Into Q3, it was Fernando Alonso in P10, Isaac Hadjar in P9, Pierre Gasly P8, Charles Leclerc P7, Kimi Antonelli P6, Lewis Hamilton in P5, George Russell P4, Max Verstappen P3, Lando Norris P2, and Oscar Piastri grabs pole position for the Spanish Grand Prix. Now, let's talk about Q3 real quick. Yuki Tsunoda has struggled in the Red Bull the past God knows how long. Since he really started in the Red Bull, he's kind of struggled, and it has not been looking good. You replace Liam Lawson at the third race of the season, and Yuki hasn't performed as well as you probably would have wanted. Does he keep his seat? Does Isaac Hadjar get moved up? Hadjar's been fast. Just saying. But my guess is he's not going to keep his seat into next year. Sad to say. Franco had an issue on his final running lap, so he was not able to complete it. He finished P19. Carlos, for the first time in his career, he is knocked out in Q1 for the Spanish Grand Prix. He normally, I think he had a 100% Q3 track record for the Spanish Grand Prix. Well, that's now over as he qualifies P18. Esteban Ocon did really well, all things considered. Nico Hulkenberg did well, all things considered, because those cars are not the very best. Ollie Behrman qualified P15. It's a Haas. It makes sense. Lance Stroll P14. Again, it's an Aston Martin, which has shown great improvement. It has shown great improvement. So, be on the lookout for the Aston Martin in the future. Liam Lawson P13. Very good qualifying for him. He is starting to catch his stride a little bit. Gabriel Bortoleto, his highest qualifying position in Formula 1. What a qualifying from him. P12. Nuts. I mean, great to see from him, especially in how bad this Sauber is and, how little they're really putting into it. I mean, it's great to see Bortoleto shine. Alex Albon on P11. It's Alex Albon. I mean, he's going to be close, if not in Q3, so nothing to report on there. Fernando Alonso in Q3. He was P5 for a little bit before he got out-qualified by everyone on the grid. But he's in P10. Makes it into Q3. Can he get points? That's the question. He failed to get points the past two races after having phenomenal races for the most part until he was not able to continue the race. But hopefully some luck will go his way and he will get points this week. Isaac Hadjar in P9. I mean, Hadjar is that guy. He is that guy. I mean, seriously. Always putting up good laps and quality. Fast as hell. Wouldn't be surprised if he got the Red Bull seat next year. Pierre Gasly, P8 again. Pulling this Alpine up the grid to P8 is nuts. Gasly is a wonderful driver. And he was able to do it. Charles Leclerc in P7. Now, here's the thing with Charles Leclerc. You're like, oh, why is Charles in P7? Well, he was in P3, I believe, P4. And then he decided to get out the car and not do a final lap in qualifying. I don't know why. They didn't say it on broadcast. Nothing came out since quali ended. But he was not able. He just didn't continue, right? He liked his positioning, and he just got out the car. P7. Stinker. Kimi Antonelli in P6 is very good. Lewis Hamilton P5, also very good. George Russell P4, Max Verstappen P3, also very good. And Max and George had the same exact time.
Yeah, that was actually really cool. From them, it was in a 1:11.848 for their timing. Lando Norris in P2 and Oscar Piastri in P1, 2 tenths between those two drivers. Lando Norris took provisional pole, was on a final lap, improved in the first sector, and didn't improve in the final two. Made a couple of mistakes in those final two sectors. He only improved by a tenth. Meanwhile, Oscar Piastri puts 2 tenths on Lando Norris's time. Um, just I don't know what to say. I mean, Lando has confidence now. He's getting his get back finally, but stuff like that doesn't give me confidence that he's a world championship level driver. I mean, he's good. Don't get me wrong, but you can't make mistakes, especially when you're only 3 points behind your teammate. Three, you pulled it back the past 2 weeks, and it just hasn't mattered. Oscar Piastri takes pole. Now the race is something else, right? But Oscar is so far the faster driver this season, 4 wins compared to Lando's 2. But yeah, I mean, good quality. I mean, Lewis being up in P5 is really nice. That was really nice to see. He improved. He was in P3 towards the end, and then Max and George leaped him. There's nothing really to say, though. I mean, the real storylines, can Lando Norris overtake Piastri at the start? That's one of the questions. Lando has extreme pace at times, right? And there are times where he kind of just sinks away. So can he overtake Piastri? Will Charles make it back up the field? P7. Can he overtake? Right? He has Kimi, Lewis, George, Verstappen ahead of him. The McLarens are in their own league right now, so we're not even going to include them. But can Charles recover from getting out of the car early? And can Fernando get points? That's another really big question. Can Fernando get points? I think so. I think he'll finally get points this week. I hope he finally gets points this week because he's very good and he deserves points. But he is currently being outdriven by his teammate Lance Stroll. So we'll see. We'll see. Thank you guys for watching my quality recap. Tune in for the IndyCar recap later. I'm going to be watching that right now, so tune in for that. Thank you. Peace.